Hi, and welcome to Rob's Rules. And on this episode, we'll be having a look at a gateway game, machi koro. This is a entry-level game, which is fun for new players into the world of modern gaming, and also for experienced players to have a little bit of fun whilst teaching the newbies something different. It's a hybrid. Well, it's what I like to think is a hybrid between a classic style game of, I'm going to say the dreaded word that modern board games hate, and that's Monopoly. And it's almost a classic in the modern board gaming circles, and that's a game called Catan. Now, the styles it borrows from these two is with Monopoly, it's the buying properties where things happen when people activate them. And then Catan, whereas in you roll dice and your properties activate depending on what you roll. But I'll explain that when we get into the rules in a bit. Just a side note: the version of the game we're looking at is the 5th anniversary edition, which is pretty much the same as a standard edition, except you get slightly better card quality, you get chunkier D6, and you get plastic coins instead of the cardboard tokens that you get in the original. There is 2 expansions available for this game. There is the Harbour and Millionaire's Row. Millionaire's Row just adds different game mechanics, more market cards, and Harbour actually adds a 5th player to the game, whereas the base set is just 2 to 4 players. So you can actually play 2 to 5 players, and it also increases the end game goal. But I'll get into that in a minute. But first, let's have a look at the game. Okay, so this is the setup for machi koro. Each player will get a starter set, which consists of 4 major establishments and their 2 starting buildings. The starting buildings are different to the main ones, as they have a yellow back and no cost here. So on this one, you can see the cost there. So the idea of the game is to be the first player to flip these over, and the cost to flip each card is listed there. So to flip this one is 16, and the first person to flip all 4 over wins the game. So on the turn, you roll the dice. You can start off just being able to roll 1 dice, and then when you build the train station, you can choose to roll 1 or 2 dice. The choice is yours. So once you've rolled, you add the 2 together if you're rolling 2 dice, or you just have the single result. Then all the cards in front of you activate, all the ones that match what you've rolled. So if this is my turn, I roll a 2, my bakery activates. So on a 2 or a 3, I get 1 coin from the bank. That's 1 coin to go with my starting 3. So I've got 4 coins to buy any card I wish from the marketplace, which is 4 coins or less. The cards activate in a set order. So red cards first, which are classed as restaurants or eating establishments, and they activate on everybody else's turn. So if I roll this and I own a restaurant, it's not going to activate on my turn. But if player 2, 3, or 4 roll a 9 or a 10, they come to my restaurant, they owe me money. The thing with machi koro is there is no debt. So if you can't afford to pay the 2 coins for eating at this restaurant, you pay what you can afford, and then that's it. The rest of it's just ignored. If you've got no money, you've dined and dashed. No harm, no foul. But if you owe money to multiple players, so say for example, the player sat here, rolled a 9 or a 10, and then I've got 1, and this player here gets 1, they activate in anti-clockwise order. So they pay me first what they can, then they pay that player second with what they can, and then if that player also got 1, they get paid last. But anti-clockwise order, So it'd be me first, then player 3, and then player 2. And again, debts ignored. So pay what they can to me, and then anything left go there, and then there. Blue cards. Blue cards activate on everybody's turn. So whenever anybody rolls a 1, everybody gets a goal from the bank. Easy. Then green cards activate, but these, it's only the owner who activates this on their turn. So if I roll a 2 or 3, I get money from the bank from this. If that player rolls a 2 or 3, I don't get no money. Same for that player and that player. These only activate on the owner's turn. Same as these purple cards. These only activate on their owner's turn, and these are the last cards to activate. Purple cards have a major establishment symbol, same as the grey ones, but owning these do not contribute to the endgame conditions. The endgame is just these 4 cards. First person to put these 4 wins. Major establishments, you can only have one copy of each card. So you can only have 1 TV station. You can only have 1 business centre. You can only have 1 stadium. But these have bigger effects. So for this one, you get to steal 5 coins from an opponent. Your choice. The business centre is you get to swap one of your other buildings with anybody else. Your choice. The TV stadium is you get to take 2 coins. No, the TV stadium, just the stadium, you get to take 2 coins from everybody. Your turn only. Every other card you can have multiple copies of. And then certain cards which work with the other cards. So for example, with the furniture factory, you get 3 coins from the bank for each cog establishment. Now a cog establishment is a mine or a forest. So if you've got that and a furniture factory, when you activate your furniture factory, you're getting 6 coins. 3 for that, 3 for that. And then you've got farmers markets. So you get 2 coins for the bank for each wheat establishment. So these ones would be things like the apple orchard, anything that really produces food. So you've got your wheat field, you've got your apple orchard, and then you've also got your cheese factory, which will work with the ranch, obviously because it's dairy. And that's it. Machi, koro. It's nice, fun, easy little game. Enjoy.